A lot of people, black, white, Mexican, young or old, fat or skinny, have a problem being true to themselves. They have a problem looking in the mirror and looking directly into their own souls. Around the reason I am who I am today is because I can look directly into my face and find my soul.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy AyeQ back with another reaction video. And today we're going to do a reaction to a story time of how this couple met. Alright, so let's jump right into the video.
Favorite couple is back. Hey guys, your favorite couple is back.
We are back.
Today we're going to be doing the story of how we met, y'all. And this is in honor of us meeting exactly 1 year ago on March 31st. And we went on our very first date almost a year ago. It starts in 2023.
Yeah, 2023.
Met at church, guys. And he works at the church, and I was volunteering at the church in the children's ministry. He was holding the door open for me, and he was like, "Oh, I like your hair." And I was like, "Thank you, I like yours too." But I thought he was way younger than me, so I didn't think nothing of it, right? We would always see each other, but we would just wave to each other, like we would just say hi. Okay, so fast forward to like early 2024, right?
Yeah.
And I started getting this inkling. I'm like, I think this boy at my church might like me because, y'all, he would go out of his way to say hi to me, like, right or wrong.
I was out of my way. Explain out of my way.
Y'all, he would just like, he'll be talking to somebody and he'll see me walk by and be like,
okay. But I would stop what I was doing and I would wave at her, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah, y'all, he would literally stop what he would be doing to wave at me or say hi or bye to me, right? That's where it's
Interesting. Now, so what she's saying is like, yo, I think that guy likes me, but she's not saying that's a guy that I like. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that one chick who likes you and all that is like, wait, I think this chick on me. So that's off rip. That's kind of interesting. And then she's trying to make him seem a bit awkward. Like, this is very interesting.
Easter last year. It was March 31st. Upstairs to work at the children's church, and of course he was up there. So he waved at me, but I was waving to the people sitting next to him, and so I didn't wave back at him. So I turned back around and I was like, "Oops, let me wave back at him." So I waved at him. He waved again, and then I was like, "He definitely likes me." I don't know what it was, but something just told me like, okay, he definitely likes me. So I texted my friend, Bria, and I was like, "Bria, I think this boy in my church likes me, and da da da, but I think he's way younger than me." And she's like, "Well, just get his name." And I'm like, "Nah," because y'all, I had literally just gotten out of like a little situationship that was like 4 years long, and
What is that? A situationship that lasted 4 years long. And this is why I tell you all dudes all the time, you gotta do your research, bro. You gotta do a background check on these women, because if your girl says that she was in a situationship that lasted 4 years long, that's just a dude who was smashing, who didn't want to save her. But one's man trash is another man's treasure.
I was like, I'm not really thinking about boys or nothing right now, and I'm kind of just trying to focus on my relationship with God and stuff right now, right? I ended up going to my service, and I left. They had ice cream outside because it was Easter, so I went out, got ice cream, and y'all, he was doing the little crosswalk, which he never does.
So I work at the church for context, and one of my jobs is to go upstairs and check on the trash and the office and all that. So I wasn't just up there I'm not no stalker. So Drew told me to do the crosswalk. I don't.
Is it me or she's trying to put him down as the story proceeds? Y'all gotta pay attention to that, fellas, because when a woman really respects a man, she's always gonna big him up. She's always willing to put him in a good light in her story. But when a woman doesn't, she always kind of make him seem like he was more of a friend. He wasn't really my type. She always gives that type of energy to a man that she doesn't respect. It's just female nature.
Do crosswalks. So I did it. I was having fun. And then I see Amia walking by. I'm like, oh, okay. I gotta ask her name. So I'm stopping traffic just to get her name.
I was walking across the street with a group of girls. He only said bye to me. And then he was like, wait, can I get your name? And I was like, yeah, Tamia. And we shook hands. And, yo, he had his hand in my hand the whole entire time we were talking. Like, what's your name? And he was like, Lorenz. And I was like, Lorenzo? He was like, Lorenz. And I was like, Lorenz? He was like, Lorenz. And I was like, Lorenzo? In this moment, it felt like it was just us two. Like, it didn't feel like nobody else was there. And I was like, whoa, because I never looked at him that way. But when I was that close to him, I was like, whoa, he is fine. It was on a Sunday. So then on Wednesday, I decided to go on a fast. If you know, you know. I made a video about that fast and it went up. So throughout this fast, I just kept thinking about Lorenz. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Lord, can you please get this boy off my mind so I can focus on my fast? On Saturday, the day before Sunday, I still kept thinking about him, and I was at work, and I just kept hearing in my spirit, like, oh, you're about to get a man, like you're about to get a boyfriend or whatever. So I went home and I wrote in my journal, and I was like, God, if this boy is from you, if this boy is sent from you, then have him ask me on a date tomorrow at church. Like, it cannot be no later than tomorrow. It cannot be no earlier than tomorrow. Like, it has to be tomorrow before church ends. I literally made a bed, and I was like, God, like, if he's from you, I have him ask me on a date. But if he's not, take him out of my mind. Like, I don't want to.
Wow, that's amazing. So she's making demands from God. It got to be tomorrow, God. It can't be no other date but tomorrow. Because if not, it's a wrap for him. Yo, these church girls, bro. Yo, this is wild.
Keep thinking about this boy, right?
I kept thinking about you too the whole week, and I was like, man, like I can't wait to talk to this girl again. So I was just gonna have a conversation with her.
Okay. Yeah. So the next day at church, I don't see him the whole day at church, right? And so literally I'm about to leave church, and one of my friends that I literally saw the day before, or I usually see her a lot, she saw me and she acted like she ain't never seen me before ever. She was like, oh my gosh, Amia, we need to take pictures. Like, she introduced me to all her friends. Like, she making me stay at the church so long. And I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get up out of this church before I see this boy. Like, I did not want him to like, yo, I did not want to be in a relationship. So I didn't want God to actually make that happen. So I went to the bathroom, and the hallway was packed. So I'm like, this is perfect. Like, this is perfect. Because the hallway's packed, I'm not going to be able to see him. He's not going to be able to see me. So I'm
So you're avoiding him.
trying to sneak out the church. And y'all, why is he literally at the table right in front of the doors to leave the church, right? It seemed like the entire hallway,
literally.
The hallway was packed when I got out the bathroom.
Right.
It seemed like it seemed like everybody disappeared the moment I saw him. And the moment he saw me, it seemed like everybody in the hallway disappeared. So I'm like, it's about to happen. I just knew what was about to happen, right? Walking by, I'm like, hey, did I say hi, Lorenz, or something?
Yeah, I waited and you said hi.
Yeah. I was like, I like your fit. He was like,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah.
He was like, thank you, I like yours too. So I turned around, I walked, I literally had my hand on the door to leave the church. He gonna say, hold on, can I talk to you for a second? Yo, my heart dropped. My heart. What were you thinking? Were you gonna ask me on a date?
That's the thing. I wasn't planning on asking her, but like in that moment, I was like, I gotta.
That was God, y'all.
Yeah,
that was
had
nothing
to
but
be.
God.
Yeah.
So I turned around and I'm like, yeah, you can talk to me. So he's like, I wanted to ask you if you had a boyfriend. And I was like, no, I don't have a boyfriend. And y'all, the crazy part about it is I didn't want a boyfriend so bad in this moment that any other dude that asked me, I would always say, yeah, I got a man or something. And just lying. But we was in church. Like, I couldn't lie in the church. It's like, okay, well, I was wondering, like, there's this taco spot that I've been wanting to try. And I was wondering if I could take you. And I was like, yeah, you can take me. Or put my number in your phone.
Yeah, so I was just gonna wave, right? And then she's walking. It literally, like when she was walking, like everybody disappeared.
Yes, it's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, so I sat at the table. She walked by. I'm like, I'm assuming she got a boyfriend. She's very pretty, you know.
Thank you.
And then you said, I like your fit. I don't think if you didn't say that, I probably wouldn't have. Like that was kind of like my. That was kind of her layup in my eyes.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, oh, okay, all right.
Oh, let me tell y'all, ladies, if you like a dude and you want him to approach you, you gotta make yourself like available. Like, yeah, you gotta make it be known. So, like, me complimenting his fit was kind of like
like that was kind of like my. That was kind of her layup in my eyes.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, oh, okay, all right.
Oh, let me tell y'all, ladies, if you like a dude and you want him to approach you, you gotta make yourself like available. Like, yeah, you gotta make it be known. So like me complimenting his fit was kind of like a, okay, my.
Now that's a fact. Fellas, learn from that right there. That's a choosing signal right there. She's not lying. When a woman wants you, she's gonna make herself available. Or when a woman targets you, she's gonna make herself available. But just remember, this is a woman who was just in a 4-year situationship, not a relationship, a situation for 4. Oh, what? Yo, there's no way I'm taking a woman serious who been in a situationship for 4 years, bro. That's just me. Because you trying to tell me that some dude out there was smashing for free, enjoying his time with no commitment free. And I'm gonna save that? Not me though.
My court is open type of thing.
And some, I don't know, man. I was just like, I don't know, it was God or something. I was like, can I talk to you for a second? And I was nervous. I don't really usually get nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like LeBron, I had to go. No, let me stop playing. But nah, yeah. So yeah, I asked her because there's this taco spot I always wanted to try, and I was like, yeah, I asked her to try with me, and yeah, we made it happen.
We made it happen, y'all. Y'all want a story time on how our first date went? Then we'll do that.
Yeah, see, here's the thing, fellas. And this is why, and I'm not saying she's a bird. I mean, y'all could decide that if y'all want. My personal opinion, based on the fact that she been in a situationship for 4 years, a virtuous woman wouldn't do that. A virtuous woman wouldn't give herself to the streets like that. All right, but that's why I always pay attention to a woman's motive. The reality is this: the church is the last stop for a bird. A lot of women find the church when they are looking for a boyfriend or a husband because they believe that there are a lot of good men in the church, or men who are kind-hearted, or men who refuse to treat these birds like who they are. So that's why the church is always a last stop for a bird, especially when she's looking for a boyfriend. And just based on this guy's energy, like you could tell like he's a good guy. Just look at the way she was describing him at first. He would always wave at me, and I think he likes me. I think he wants me. So then she said she talked to God and told God that if he don't invite me out tomorrow, it's a wrap. Fellas, be careful out here, bro. Be careful out here. Especially when a woman targets you. Me personally, fam, if a woman don't say, like when she first saw me, she liked me and things like that, I'm probably gonna leave her alone. Because at some point in this woman's mind, she decided, you know what? I don't mind having a boyfriend. And this guy seems like a good guy. So let me see how it goes. But again, with a past like that, 4 years of being in a situationship, to me is a major red flag. but to each his own. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. It's your boy AyeQ. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out. Yo, imagine him getting a hospital interview with Oprah and the baby's coming out. Fellas, again, focus on yourself. That's what it is.